I don't know which number of video this is, 6th or 7th, but I know I got plenty of space to do it. Check point on that. Yeah. But let me read this review to you one more time. The staff, like the deans and principals, are very biased and treat the middle school teens like first graders and make them have assigned tables at lunch with no freedom. So let me correct this student who wrote this review. I went to Kearney Middle School, and I can rest assure you that we had assigned tables there. So I don't know what the heck you're talking about with that. Predominantly in middle school, you're gonna have assigned tables. Trust me. Did it make sense at Kearney? No, it didn't make sense at Kearney. Why didn't it make sense at Kearney? Because we had what's it called? We had tables right outside our cafeteria. So that's why it didn't make any sense that we all had to be assigned to one table and et cetera, et cetera. That's why it didn't make sense then, because we had tables right outside. Why couldn't we sit out there? But we couldn't. Now, do I believe that's something that should be changed? Yes. But I can rest assure you that we also live in a culture, but I want to say fallen culture, but I don't really want to mix religion into this sentence. We have a culture definitely where a lot of you children, predominantly from not just middle school, even high school and etc., you're gonna be punished for something that only a few do. And I'm sorry, that's just literally the crude and rude reality of school, or at least grade school, of elementary, middle, and high school. That's just the harsh, crude reality of it all. That you can be punished for something only 2 or 3 kids do. I do believe it's absolutely garbage, biased, and absolute BS. I think that the people who did the crimes, they should be the ones that pay the time, not everybody else. Which is one of the top things that epitomizes so many kids, even I think I just made that word up, so many kids hating school as they go through it. Because they're like, hey, why are you punishing me for doing something that this dude did? That's not fair. But of course, they're enforcing whatever rule it is that they feel like they have to enforce. And the only problem is sometimes you complaining about it makes them bring punishment harder on you. I'm sorry. It is just how our biased education system is definitely manufactured. And when saying that, trust me, I have no joy with saying that. I don't want to say that as you can't change it. I really want to say that as you can, but people will have to want to change it. Which is why I'm so confused. What in God's name does the PTO even exist for anymore? God bless the PTO. I made songs for y'all. Trust me. I just don't get it. What y'all exist for with reviews like this online. I don't get it. But if not the PTO, it's the PTA that I'm thinking about. The PTO is what I think St. Johns County has, and the PTA is what Duval has. But I still don't understand what do y'all exist for if it's not to eradicate reviews like this. But again, the more that I talk to people, the more it becomes evidently clear. Nate, not every parent thinks the same. Nate, not every teacher teaches the same. Nate, not all adults think the same. Not all adults care about their kids. And so many other things I can put in that equation. But like I'm saying, young child or young children out there who are watching this video and heard me read that review out to you. When I was in Kearney Middle School from 2011 to 2013, I guess I was in there. I can rest assure you, that's how it was for us. We didn't have we didn't have what's it called? Yeah, we had assigned lunch tables too. For all 3 grades, we had assigned lunch tables too for all 3 grades, and the freedom part. I don't know if this person's talking about the freedom part towards. We had assigned lunch tables that we couldn't talk, or we had assigned lunch tables and we didn't have any freedom because of the assigned lunch tables. I don't really know. But I know for a fact that the problem that I feel like that I don't know why Valley did this, and I'm talking about Valley Ridge in this case. Because like I said before, God bless Valley Ridge, but I've had multiple students talk to me over the past few years that are at Nice right now that have literally told me some of the horrors, that they went through at Valley. and if not horrors, I'm just gonna say unfairness and biasness. And for all people that are probably like, you're the Hawk ambassador. What are you doing talking bad about the school right now? You can literally look up on Action News Jackson. You can find like at least two or more reports. That Valley Ridge was already shunned for to an extent. I'm not even joking. But my job as a Hawk ambassador is not just to promote the schools in a positive light. Just like with these, I also have to focus on some of the negatives. You can't just keep promoting all positives and pretend as if the negatives don't exist. That's false advertising, and I'm not doing that for St. Johns County. I'm trying to get on both. I don't like people moving here thinking that it's all glitz and glamour. Then they come in here, they're like, oh, get me up out of here. You know, our schools should not feel like prisons. I must admit to you, you'll be amazed how many school reviews I've read where literally people keep calling school prison. I've read too many reviews, ladies and gentlemen, too many school reviews where people compare their school to literal prisons. I've read too many. I've been disgusted and horrified by all of them because I'm like, how? And I rest assure you, when you have the number one school district in the state of Florida, in St. Johns County School District, you better not have anybody feeling like your schools are prisons. To know that any child feels like their school's a prison means you're doing something wrong. But from what I've seen or what I've heard of the complaints, it doesn't seem like too many care in the right capacity. It doesn't seem like too many care in the right capacity. And one about too many care is like you pass your complaints off to the right people, but they're not doing anything about it. I think that's, again, very wrong, very crude, and we need to do better. And I just know that we can. But again, for a K through 8 school, I rest assure you that the 8th graders, or all middle schoolers, y'all need to know your place. And you're probably looking at me crazy for even saying that. We need to know our place. Who are you to tell us that? I'm 20 years old. I'm the Hawk ambassador. I'm the one coming out to your games, supporting you. A part of, forgive me for picking my nose. But yeah, I'm your 20-year-old Hawk ambassador that just graduated in these May 24th of 2018. I'm the one that just donated school supplies to your school twice during the 2019 basketball season. I'm the kid that cares more about your school than any of you care about your school. And I don't mean that in a very offensive way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about that in a way of saying your school is still relatively new. It's been ever since 2014. I'm trying to educate you all on the factors being you can't just shun this place when it's so new. That's one of the topics I'm trying to express to all you guys, all you ladies and guys. You can't just shun Valley Ridge or Palm Valley or any K through 8 because they're all new schools. Even Nice, you really shouldn't shun it, even though it's not new. We got new additions to it, but you can't just shun St. Johns County schools like that because we're number one for a reason. And nobody better shout out and tell me, Nate, it's because of education, like just because strictly education. Or better yet, St. Johns County better start living up to more than education. Because I'm telling you this, the reports have been out there for quite a few years of people who had straight A's but were miserable. People who starred not B, but they were miserable. Someone tell me how that works out. How that works out that you are a stellar student, but yet your personal life, the stress is taking a toll on you and you're overall miserable. Somebody tell me how that works out. Please tell me how in God's name that works out. The point there is I do what I do so I can help St. Johns County School District. All of our schools live up to in my best opinion, Jesus Christ salvation, higher standards, higher morals that I know we should be held to in order to preserve, excuse me, in order to preserve, what's the word? Student happiness. Because I don't understand what in God's name is the point in a number one rated school district if you don't have student happiness. I think it's completely false advertising, and that's what I'm trying to express to everybody. I could easily be like a lot of my friends from the class of 17 and the class of 18, who I can rest assure you they don't give a darn about Nice, about Valley. No, actually, I can't say Valley because nobody went to Valley from class of 20. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, well, actually, screw it. Either way, they don't care about Nice. They don't care about Valley. They don't care about any of our schools. They don't care. They couldn't wait to get out of Nice. You know. But I'm telling you, I could be like them right now. I could be like them. Somebody who doesn't care about the next generation. Somebody who doesn't care. I could be like that. Why am I not? Because I have the love of the Father in me that tells me, Nate, what you do for these kids and for the school is something that nobody else is doing. Keep up the good work, and you shall be rewarded for it in due time. The kids are a blessing. The kids are amazing. These kids are my Jesus Christ salvation, everything. I have, once again, many friends who have little brothers and sisters that go to Valley. One of the top reasons why I support them so much, and I have to try to do something, through my music, through vlogs, and through face-to-face contact, to try to help these kids understand what life is about and help these kids understand that even if you're going through a rough time now, there's still hope for you in the future, and Valley Ridge can get better. Not just Valley Ridge, but every school out there can get better. I'm horrified at the reviews that I read that compare any school to a prison because, like I said before, I just don't get it. How are people doing this bad education, but yet you went to school 4 years for this and you don't get paid much? It feels like BS to me, honestly. Just complete BS. I'm not getting paid for anything, or at least when it comes to promoting the county and schools like I do. I don't get paid for anything, but I rest assure you that these kids light up around me for the most part that I've been around. They light up around me. I am automatically crowned as, yes, their big brother. Automatically, the ambassador, automatically. These kids love me, and it doesn't take long for them to love me, for them to care about me. I mean, I've definitely been around. I mean, there's kids I feel like I've just met at times, and spent no more than 30 seconds talking to, and these kids automatically lit up and said that I'm their everything, or I love you, and I'm like, I just met you 30 seconds ago. What do you mean you love me? And it's like, wow, I got that much power over these kids, that much power of influence, but I'm very thankful to God because that is authentically how I feel about some of these kids. It's like, hey, I loved you before I even met you, but I thought that would take you longer to say it to me because we just officially met. We just started talking. Because of all parents out there, I love your kids before even meeting them. I want them to Jesus Christ salvation succeed over Jesus Christ salvation everything before I even meet them. But at the same time, it's just amazing to know I already have that love for your child, and somehow, some way, within 30 seconds of meeting me and talking to me, some of them, not all of them, immediately have that love and respect for me too. And I'm like, wow, I'm amazed at the power of influence that I hold over these kids. I'm just amazed. Sorry, I'm picking my nose a lot. My nose just itches a lot. But the point there, ladies and gentlemen, once again, is that, especially for all the St. Johns County parents out there, that it's not hard to live up. It's not hard for St. Johns County to live up. It's not hard for Valley and Nice, and that's a part of my vision. Is I want all these schools to live up. We should not be number one if we are not excelling in student happiness. If most kids can't tell you that they love our schools, then we shouldn't be number one. We shouldn't be. Sorry for picking my nose like that. But like I'm telling you, if a majority of the student body from every class can't tell you that we love this school, you're doing something wrong. And that's what I'm trying to say for St. Johns County School District. If every class, at least over the last 5 or more years, can't tell you that they love the school or they were at least okay with it, but I would never say love it, you're doing something wrong. There's a disconnect there that you're doing something wrong. It's like the disconnect that I be talking about on this channel between church and community. You live right across from a church and you still at moral code. What's up with that? God bless, more videos coming soon. I hope I was a tad bit as detailed as I could be with this. I got more coming soon either way.